It told me recording
Let's
is
go.
Let's go! Inaugural pod.
Inaugural
We haven't named
pod.
officially yet.
Wish we could have started off with a perfect game, but the Devil Rays had to do what they do.
Dude, I turned it on, and I literally turned it on right before he got in for the ninth inning, and immediately gets a base hit.
So Trey and I were watching on the way back from Kennesaw, and we watched the whole eighth, and then the ninth. They didn't cut the commercial going into the ninth. They just raw dogged. It just went straight into it. Right, and then literally first pitch of the ninth, like double. Immediately closed MLB. I was like, all right, well.
I'm not watching this. Look, I'm tired of it.
I've seen enough.
Yeah, I mean, there's no reason to watch it at that point. Although that game is pretty relevant because I think the Rays have the season series now.
No, it is relevant because the Orioles are sick. I'm bullish on the Orioles.
The Orioles are radical, dude.
Yeah, I just love their vibe.
Even more important, the strong arm gets the dub this week, even with the almost perfect game pitcher playing
You beat
against
Chris?
me. I smoked Chris. I put him up, put 100 up over him.
Washed.
Dude,
Trey
Chris
and I
is
were
not
kind
going
of
to score
close, and
300
I
though.
destroyed him.
Trey?
I just kept.
Trey and I were close, and then I wrecked him.
I texted Trey like 2 days ago. I was like, dude, you guys start using your pitchers. You got to be Rob for me. Because he was like not going to make it. He wasn't putting people in. I was like, you got to shape up. He's like, I got you.
Your playoff percentage going into this week, Will, was 7%.
Dude, that's like amazing odds.
Dude, Team GigaChat gave up. What the heck? 298? How many pitches does he have? 5?
He's going to finish with 8.
Oh, no. Oh, yeah.
I was all
Chris
over it. I was looking at that Friday. I was like,
Chris doesn't pay
okay, if he
attention
doesn't
enough.
start this guy and pick up someone else, he's not going to have 10. I've just been monitoring.
Blake Snell with the 52?
Wait, what? He had 52 points?
No, he pitched twice.
Yeah. But he put up like
but only gave a
30
one
today.
earned run. 18 Ks.
So for folks at home that are watching this, we are in an 8-man fantasy baseball league in which you're looking at 3 playoff contenders. The strong arm in the Braves hat, wilding right now, started off 1-7 and has fought his way back. You'll be what, 8-9?
8-9.
Avid Tatis supporter.
I'll be 7-2 in the last 9
I saw you
weeks.
drop Tatis too. I was like, man.
I know.
How does the strong arm dropping Tatis affect Tatis's legacy now?
Well, I mean, if I don't want him, I don't think anyone's gonna want him. I'm like a bottom feeder.
Bottom feeder.
The Padres are like super.
Will's the Oakland A's for if you guys want an analogy for the baseball terps.
Yeah, except I don't know shit about
a nice
baseball.
2-year deal and then sell high type of vibe.
I'm like Jonah Hill in that movie, but I've never I don't know what baseball is at all.
I'm loving the resurgence of
guys.
Moneyball right now. Huge resurgence in the memes. It's like cyclical.
It's all the same format though. It's like this guy, blah blah blah, his one flaw, blah blah blah, and it's but they're all hilarious.
What was the question? What, did you say something?
Well, the Padres are kind of fucking pissed at Tatis about it.
Dude, I was talking to Trey yesterday when we were driving, and did you guys see the Clevenger and Machado interviews?
Yeah.
They were roasting him, you can't be what is their relationship like if you're openly like, yeah, he's immature, needs to grow up, and the Machado's like, we don't need him, we've gotten this far without him. That dude's got 14 years left in the Padres, dude. Right? And you're starting divides like that.
Well,
He's got 14 years left.
Yeah, he signed a 15-year contract last year. Extension, right? Extension.
Jeez,
So,
that front office, they're kicking themselves.
potentially.
He just tanked this year.
They need a Kyler Murray no motorcycle clause. And
watch 4 hours of film a week.
That Kyler Murray stuff, him calling the fourth quarter, is hilarious.
His stats. All 3
yeah, it's
outs.
punt, kick off. It was awesome.
But I mean, I think that them all talking shit about him so readily kind of tells you that inside locker room, they're all kind of to begin
for sure.
with. It must be a problem anyway.
Yeah, definitely. So what I was thinking is a lot of it always seemed like a lot of the media was hyping up his immaturity a lot. Like, oh, he's cocky, young kid, immature. But when your teammates start saying that on the reg, then it's like real. Like,
Yeah.
it's like, it's more than just like the media just having their sources and shit. Like, they're actually talking about it.
Actually, Manny Machado. Like Manny Machado, he's about that.
Yeah, that dude would, that Manny Machado was that guy.
Yeah.
Like, not along, like 5-6 years ago.
Well, he wants to fucking win. But I mean, honestly, I still think they're really competitive for the World Series, though.
Yeah, no, for sure. Their pitching is shaped up a lot right now. Yu Darvish has his games where he's not that great, but Musgrove's been pretty consistent. And then Blake Snell, I just saw like a stat on Twitter. His first couple starts at the beginning of the year, he had like a 9 ERA or something. But since then, he's been lights out like the second half. So
Do they beat the Dodgers? Probably not.
no. I mean, we just
Dodgers
saw
are
what happened. They just got swept by the Dodgers.
Yeah,
And
the Dodgers are pay to win though. They're in a whole different like system.
picked up Muncy, man. He's been balling for me.
Has he?
Half week. It's been on a little bit of a
Good.
tear. I mean, everybody's been on a tear for them though, but especially Joey Gallo, who's got his beard back, his swag back. He can get a boner in bed
Yeah.
again. Like it's all good.
Yeah.
Yeah, tell me about that because wasn't he like a complete bust? And then he was a bust on the Yankees, and then is he like popping off now in the Dodgers?
He's not popping off. I mean, he's doing a lot better. He's not hitting 162. Okay. But I don't know. I guess the pressure just got to him in New York, and the fans really weren't that ruthless or relentless to him for a long time. They were real big supporters. But it just got so bad where, yeah, then he started getting booed every at bat. Like, but we're talking recently. We're talking like months ago, right? When he was striking all the time. But
Confirmed
for
Gallo is a bitch for being a pussy about New York fans.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, he's been a little bit of a beta, right? Like I get New York's rough. New York's rough and everyone knows that. I know the New York Yankee fan base is toxic hella, but like I mean, he's playing like shit, dude. Like what is it? IKF like IKF's father was literally getting like death threats about his son needing to play better on Twitter the other day, and he literally just had an interview like, "I love it here so much." He's like, "This is my dream team. I always want to be Yankee. I don't care about any of that stuff." So it's like it's about perspective a little
He's got
bit.
that dog in him. He likes that
Low
adversity. He wants the
key,
death
high
threats.
key.
Eats some
But
death threats
at
for
the end of the day,
breakfast.
I really the thing that came with Joey is, yeah, he played bad, but everyone was able to recognize that he was immensely talented, like defender and just a great swing or whatever. He just had problems connecting. So I mean, I'll root for him 100%. I wanted him to do good so bad at New York, but it just didn't work out like that. So I don't have a problem with him like doing a lot better at LA. It's just more of him like giving all these interviews and being like low key beta.
What's the sitch with Clay Holmes, man? He's been selling for
He's
me.
done, dude. I'm gonna like if if I had a spot to pick up, I would pick up Ross Chapman right now.
I'm
But
thinking, yeah,
but I'm not. I mean, I'm fine with my closers I have right now, my three. So I mean, I'm not doing that. Clay Holmes, they might give him one more go. They put in Scott Efros, the guy we got from the Cubs
Yeah.
yesterday. He got the save, and
Got it.
he almost blew it a little bit, but he's sick. His energy's fire. I love him. He like he got in a little bit of the jam, and then he struck out the last guy, and he was like screaming. He was like, ah! He was like screaming and stuff. It's just cool to see that passion. But they gave him the save opportunity. Since they did that and then go right into Rollins Chapman, they might give Holmes another opportunity, be like, see what's going on. But if he blows another one, there's no way.
He's
No
blown
way.
a lot lately. And
Yeah, there's no way. If he blows another one, I can't imagine him.
Well, it's not even that he's blowing them, but it's like they're also just using him less frequently. And I picked up Devin Williams after Brewers traded Josh Hader, and he promptly like he gave up a walk off.
Yeah, Josh Hader fucking blew his first save or whatever for the Pods too.
The Cubs traded two of their best relievers, and they have the number 2 ERA in baseball since I think July, since the All-Star break. So, we've always been able to get reliever talent. We always can develop it.
Everross is good. Everross is
Oh yeah,
good.
it's good.
David
Boys,
Robinson was a
I've
little
got
bit
a
an old
comment.
head though.
I've got a comment with a follow-up question on top of it. So Chap Daddy was mine to start the year. I drafted him, so it's only right that he's back on the team. I just picked up Chap Daddy back on the strong arm roster. So breaking news. And then I wanted to throw, because we were talking about the Yankees. Rob, I want like a Rob breakdown of why the Yankees have been like below 500 post All-Star break. What's going wrong?
So leading up into the All-Star break, you could tell they were losing some steam. Obviously, when you're like on a historic pace like that, you're gonna cool off. You could tell you could tell they were losing some steams. They were more of a 500 ball team at that point, winning some games, losing some games, evening it out. After the All-Star game, our bullpen has been killing us. Like, I mean, like you can ask Max, like Clay Holmes has 4 or 5, like 4 blown saves since the All-Star break, right? And then the guys that we've given other chances to maybe get a save opportunity, like Abreu and my guy Wandy, who's awesome, they blew save chances. So it's that the Yankees haven't been playing super bad baseball, 100%. But the reasons why we have been losing have been some shaky starts from pitchers. Like, we haven't been consistently pitching bad, but we've had some shaky starts, all right? And then it's mainly relievers. It's mainly relievers blowing saves or just blowing games. Like, what is it? Erman pitched against Boston the other day, all right? Literally kept him 5 hits. It was like 3-1, 2-1 or whatever. And then the next guy we put in, like, game's tied now. So it's like we're having trouble. If our pitchers pitch really well, we're having trouble with our relievers keeping the other team out of the ball game, basically.
It sounds to me like you need some Chap Daddy.
He's pitched really well. In his last 8 outings, he's been
Let's
scoreless.
go.
So, and I think that it's with Chap Daddy, it's all confidence. It's all confidence. He has to believe in his fastball. He has to believe in his curveball. It's all there because when he came back from his injury or whatever, I forgot what it was. It was like Achilles or something.
He was awful.
He was awful because I picked him up too for a little bit, and I think he blew well, he didn't have any save opportunities, but he like walked the bases loaded his first 2 starts back or whatever. Not starts, but his first 2 times back. And but nah, yeah, it's all confidence with him. If he's feeling it.
Okay, so the Yankees are going to be what? What are they right now? Number 2 in the AL.
Yep. But Astros are winning
Houston,
today.
If they face the Astros in the playoffs, what is your percentage likelihood that the Yankees beat them? Because they dig you guys down.
I'd say it's a 60-40, like 60% Houston, 40% Yankees.
Stop the cap.
All right, that's a fair
Because it's a little tough because Houston's a great team. I think the Yankees at their best versus Houston at their best. Yankees are better, but the problem is Houston's pitching is really, really good, and they're been more consistent than the Yankees are right now. And even though the Yankees are hitting the lights out of the ball and we have the best run differential against good pitching, you can tell there's not the same team. So that's where I think we'll struggle. The reason why I keep it a 60-40 is because the Houston bats really aren't that strong either. They don't score a lot of runs either. So that's why most of the games that we've had against Houston, sure, we've lost most of them, but they've all been 1-run wins for Houston or low scoring games. So I predict the same run outcome for most of the games during the playoffs, whether it's the Yankees or the Astros who take the cake. But I don't know, yeah, it's kind of scary. I mean, one thing that makes me not so worried is last year, the stat is I think the Yankees beat the Astros 6 out of 2 times. Their record against the Astros was 6-2, and last year's Yankees were not a good team. So, I mean, it's just how it goes sometimes. Like if we play the Astros in the playoffs last year, even though we beat them 6 times in the regular season, not a lick of a chance. Not a lick of a chance for sure. So, what are we thinking? Let's shift to the Cubs now. All right, let's get our Cubs specialty advisor on here. Are we seeing some big moves this offseason? Soft rebuild? Because the Orioles president or GM already came out and said they're going big off season. So that's one market that's already in there. I mean, I feel like the Cubs have to be in there. But like,
So I think it was early last week. There was a big news. Ricketts, the owner, said that he's the first to admit that the product on the field is not what the fans deserve.
for sure, yeah.
He's
Classic
actually,
line.
He's actually the last to admit it, as we've all been watching it and talking about it all year. I think that based upon the guys that we've seen this year and the fact that we didn't get what we wanted in terms of a trade package for Happ and Contreras, I think that kind of accelerates the rebuild, honestly, because
so you think it's negative? Or no. Accelerate as in like a quicker rebuild?
Quicker rebuild, because they say they're going to be very active next year, and the odds of them going after, I've seen a lot of stories that the odds of them going after one of the big shortstops is very light.
What do we think about Trey Turner? You think he leaves LA or stays put?
That is the one that people are saying that could come to the Cubs, and then we shift Nico Horner to second, which I kind of, in a perfect world, we re-sign Contreras and Happ, because both of them just had all-star years. They're really good players and they're veterans, and they can lead the next young team with, Morel, Seiya Suzuki, Nico Horner, and then sign a guy like a Trey Turner or a Xander Bogaerts. Although I don't think it'd be Xander, and I don't think we'd take Correa either, because
I don't think Xander's leaving Boston unless he wants like an absurd amount of money.
Yeah. So, if you ask me, the Cubs, what they need is we got that guy in that trade, Zach McKinstry from the Dodgers. He's hitting at a really high average, and I think it was AAA for them. And then we got him, and we've had him with the main team. He's been playing well, but I just think we need more of like a difference maker, kind of power bat. I mean, it's easy to say
you need your new guy.
Yeah, I mean,
you need your new guy.
It's easy to say we need someone that hits at a high average and for power, right? It's easy to say that, but we need to shell out the money for it. Trey Turner will be really good, and Trey Turner does have some solid power, but I mean, we need a dude that can really compete and hit serious bombs either at first or at third, because, if we keep Happ in left field, and then if we call up Brennan Davis was a top 20 prospect coming into this year.
Yeah, so I was about to ask. I was
like,
like, what's your guys' Volpe or whatever you guys are waiting to get?
So it's Brennan Davis, who was the top 20 prospect coming into this year, and center fielder, and he just had back surgery, so he's fallen down. But the big pop in the prospect pipeline has been Pete Crow Armstrong, who we got in the Javi trade from the Mets.
Anything's a win from that trade, dude.
Oh my God, dude. This guy is crazy good. I mean, he's fast as shit. True center field. I mean, he's got a lot of power this year, because we got him because he was injured. I think he had a shoulder surgery. So we got him so they didn't have as much faith in him. And he's been lights out this year. I think he shot up all the way up to like a top 30 prospect in all of baseball. So there's a bit of crowding in the outfield, if you ask me. So I could see them moving Happ, because we also have Nelson Velasquez, who's on the main squad right now, and he's really high touted prospect, and he could be really, really good. So, I mean, if you keep Seiya Suzuki, and if you have a combination, let's just talk about next year, because Crow Armstrong won't come up next year. We'll just talk about next year. So it'll be Happ, Brennan Davis at some point next year, and Seiya Suzuki, and Seiya has been up and down. And I think that's to be expected.
I mean, it's Japanese player. They got to get used to it. I think Otani's first year was like not good either, not that great either. Like he hit some bombs or whatever. But I think I'm pretty sure Ichiro is one of like one of the only guys that really came in the league was just like lights out. Maybe Tanaka. Tanaka was a pretty good pitcher, but like
yeah. So I mean, if you have Happ, Brennan Davis, Seiya Suzuki, that's a really good outfield to me. And then in the middle infield, if we get a Trey Turner or a Xander Bogaerts or Carlos Correa at short, shift Nico to second, which I kind of feel bad about, because Nico is a really good shortstop. I mean, what is his F4? He's like top 10 in baseball this year. And defensively, I mean, he's one of the best defenders. So To kind of say, hey, you've had a career year and we're going to sign someone else and shift you over. I mean, I kind of don't like that, but at the same time, I think he is originally a second baseman. So if we have a middle infield of Nico Horner and a big free agent signing, that shows me that the organization actually wants to win and compete very quickly. We can have Patrick Wisdom at first base. That's fine. There's a role for him on a team, but I just still feel like no matter what it is, we should have Anthony Rizzo there. And that was a big fuck up. But third base, I don't know what the third base market looks like, but I mean, we need.
Devers.
He's not leaving Boston. No
Yeah,
shit.
probably not.
No.
I don't know. I feel like he's
Actually-
more likely to leave than Xander.
Actually, this just made me forget Christopher Morel. Christopher Morel is easily our MVP this year outside of Wilson Contreras, because he gets called up. He can play center field, second base, shortstop. They're playing him at third a lot this year since this trade deadline. And when I went to the game against the Nationals a week ago, and he looked kind of rough over there, but he's playing third again today against the Reds, and they're losing. But he's an insanely good player. Insanely good. I mean, he's 10. I think he just hit his 11th home run this year. I think he has 10 stolen bases. He's batting like 273 every month over month. So if the middle infield is Morel, big free agent, Nico, and we go get a guy for first and then Contreras a catcher, then that just leaves the rotation, which I think the rotation next year, we've got some good guys.
The professor.
Okay, yeah. So, I think that there's potential to be really good next year. We sign 1 to 2 really, really high level bats. We sign a pitcher, and we sign. I mean, we just got to sign a reliever.
Do you guys make free agency signings though? Like big ones?
Yeah,
Is that the Cubs like that?
Yeah. We signed Alfonso way back when.
Yeah, but
We signed Yu Darvish.
Oh yeah.
Where was he at originally?
He was where was his first team? Was it Texas? Wasn't his first team, right?
You got me fucked up. That's a great fucking question. Who was that he was with? He's been on a couple teams. That's actually.
I thought he was always in the pods.
No.
No, he was just.
It's been like 2 years or something. All right, I got his stats up. I think he started with the Rangers, did he? Yeah, he started with the Rangers in 2012. Then he was at he got traded to the Dodgers for that one thing. Then he was at the Cubs for 3 years, and then he's been at the Padres since 2021.
Okay.
If you want the Cubs to be truly elite, you got to invest in pitching and just get your whole starting lineup pitching the slurve.
So
Unstoppable.
speaking of investing in pitching, this most recent draft, we drafted 10 times, I think, and we drafted 8 pitchers.
Whew.
And then in all those trades that we did before the deadline, I think we got only pitchers back except for Zach McKinstry.
You guys drafted Kumar.
No, we drafted that Oklahoma guy who was like,
Oh
he
yeah.
was like a third baseman all year, and then he just decided to start pitching. And
It's the next DeGrom.
yeah, something like, yeah, I know. Oh, I heard that we could get DeGrom, but then I also
He wants to be a Brave. He wants
Yeah,
to be a
sure.
Brave. I'm not even kidding. He actually wants to be a Brave. If he leaves New
Oh
York.
my God. That's what happened next year.
He's from Jacksonville and he's a lifelong Braves
So
fan.
is there
And he's
potential
he's literally quotes saying that'd be my dream to play for the Braves.
Is
Or
there
I mean,
potential for a City Connect jersey that's a DeGrom jersey?
nah, he wouldn't wear it. I mean, he would wear it, but if there was a City Connect jersey, Acuna would still be the champion of it for sure. But my point is, I mean, he's just come out and he's like, I want to be a Brave. And then Atlanta's gonna have a whole team of Georgia boys.
That's
Love
gonna be
that.
hype.
I love that.
That's really cool.
We need to create some mock-ups for the Atlanta Braves City Connect for the next.
Oh yeah.
We do.
Oh yeah, let me speak my truth into the internet so the whole internet can hear this. The Atlanta Braves need a City Connect jersey that's a light peach color, and then just some basic design. That would be filthy. Just a peach jersey, no other.
Design the color wave, easy W. The design is where I'm like, okay, they could mess this up.
They could botch it so hard.
The Peachtree sign, right?
Just keep
Will?
it simple. Yeah. No, we're saying like our worst case scenario is they just paste the Peachtree Street sign on the middle. I'd buy one just to burn it, just out of like disgust.
God, this guy moves to Ohio and he's already a jersey burner.
I'm picking up on the Cleveland antics.
Mm. All right, what else we got? What's
You
up?
want to talk about some NFL preseason, or we want to stick with baseball?
Did
We got any more
the
baseball stuff?
Falcons got waxed by the Lions, right?
No, no, sir.
Oh, it was the other
Falcons
way?
dubbed. Game-winning
Okay.
drive by future Hall of Famer Desmond Ritter.
Yeah, I've heard that everyone's like, yo, Ritter, it's different. I watched the play and dude's scrambling and hucks one up. And it's just the defender falls down and the receiver steps in front of him and they're like, yo, sick play. I'm like, that is a pick in 99% of NFL regular season games.
I had the same thought when I watched it, but outcomes speak for themselves. He's got a dub. He's 1-0. The guy's just a winner. I watched the first drive of both sides was first team. Like they had Jared Goff out there. So it was like first team, both sides. Like no one on either side is like like I don't think Julio Jones would have played if they were like, if he was still there, RIP.
What do we think about Julio Tampa type of year? What do we
Wait,
think about that?
let me just talk about this real quick. So first drive, first round pick, Drake London hurts his knee out. I'm like, damn, Falcons about to tear their ACL, number 1 pick. He's out for the game. The Falcons go on defense, look like Swiss cheese. Just like drive right down the field. get
Always like
smacked.
that. Typical.
Yeah. So we're gonna be a high scoring team this year. High octane.
I don't,
How about
defense is
that?
not
It's the
gonna be there.
preseason.
you're mistaking high scoring for there will be a lot of points in your games. Who it's by, I think, remains to be seen, but is obvious to decide to predict.
We got Young Wei Koo. We'll put up bombs.
I always draft him in fantasy football. I love that guy. Although I want the Bengals kicker in every league that I'm in this year.
The Bengals kicker?
All right, let's start it off like with NFL. Let's just start with our Super Bowl predictions. Let's hit up
I hadn't
each
thought
person.
about it, dude.
Each person, who do you think is going to win the Super Bowl this year?
I've got mine.
You have to make an initial call here.
All right, ready?
How about a
Broncos
call
country.
and then
Let's
how
ride.
about a call and then a sleeper team? You give like your regular team and then a sleeper.
Okay.
So did you say Broncos, Rob?
Nah, I'm riding with the Broncos.
Broncos country, let's ride.
Broncos country, let's ride.
But nah.
Nice.
Is that your sleeper?
No. But actually both my picks are kind of sleepers. I don't know. I'll let Max go. I gotta think of my legit one.
I would say that I think that
Are we talking about Super Bowl matchup or Super Bowl winner?
winner.
Winner.
Pick a winner than a matchup. Matchup will be here all day. My Super Bowl winner is the Buffalo Bills. And I know that's not like
I like that. I think that's mine too.
I mean it's not like
That was gonna be mine too.
Fuck.
not like an edgy pick, right? But I mean they're due. They got so much.
No, they are due. I
They got
agree.
good coaches. The only thing I worry about is I think they could look kind of rough early because they lost their OC Dable to the Giants. But
Mhm.
I just think McDermott's a really good coach. I think they have too many good players, and they're kind of due. I mean, they've had such success, and after what happened last year, I think that they're hungry. And having Dable with Josh Allen for all the years that they've had him has been big. So I think he's past his kind of development stage, and he's kind of at that point where he's like, okay, I'm in control. I know what I need to do to be better and to get good. And I think he's a fucking baller. And then if I had to pick like an edgy team, I would say the Chargers.
Nah, the Raiders, dude. The
That division's
Raiders.
gonna be hell, man. Any team who comes out of that division is gonna be.
I don't know
limping.
if the Chargers are ready yet.
The Chargers.
I think Justin Herbert's legit. I don't know. If
I
they're
do,
supporting
but I
cast
mean I agree, but I don't know if they're just like there yet. I feel like they gotta grow some more.
so,
their team's kind of always been a meme.
So the thing with the Chargers though is name a need they had going into the offseason and name me a way that they did not address it. I mean, they got Khalil Mack. They signed J.C. Jackson.
Oh, I forgot about that.
I forgot about
They
Khalil Mack. That's a big
drafted an
difference.
offensive line.
That's huge.
I mean,
Isn't their special teams like the worst though?
I don't know about that. Oh, we got less than a minute. Okay, I'm gonna pause or stop recording this, and then I'll try starting a new one. And
We'll come back with Rob's pick and my pick.
yes,
I just gave my pick.
uno momento. Quick
Your
intermission.
sleeper pick.
Raiders, dude.
All right, we are back. We took a break because we don't have premium Zoom because we're a bunch of broke bitches. So we're just gonna mash those two together, and I'll throw something funny in for the intermission. So I think I put funny in there. So for the end viewer, this looks weird, but you probably saw something funny that I came up with. Hopefully it was good and you enjoyed it. But we're back, and the resident team pod prediction right now for Super Bowl winner is the Bills. So we're not going to go over them all that much more because I kind of broke it down and we're all just going to repeat it. But Rob and Will are going to give their takes on their sneakier team and why.
I like the Raiders because I don't know. I just feel like they're a good team, and I do like Derek Carr. I think he is low key a dog, and I wish I could talk more about it, but I can't. I like him. All right,
They
go.
got Devontae Adams too. And
Oh yeah.
yeah, I don't know if
maybe
they
that was your feeling.
Oh yeah, they have Devontae Adams too, and they played together. Man, I have a good sneaky pick now that I think about it more. Right?
Yeah, didn't they play in college?
Yeah.
I heard-
What is it?
college did they go
Devontae.
to?
I'm just like remember it all now. Devontae
Hey.
came out and was like, Derek Carr is just as good as Aaron Rodgers or something like that. He had like a quote like that.
Hey, Rob, you want to know why you got that feeling? Because one, you forgot they had Devontae Adams. Two, Derek Carr is really good, and both of them played together.
I
in
do like Derek
college.
Carr. I was.
Well, they played together in college, and they played for the Fresno State Bulldogs. So confirm they both got that dog.
They had that. Yeah, let's go.
There's some dogs.
Go.
Rob's sleeper pick. I'm getting sold now. They might be my
Yeah.
pick.
Well, so last year when the incident happened with John Gruden, they had that interim coach. Did that interim coach become the head coach?
No, they got McDaniels from the Patriots.
They have a new
Okay, so
coach. So that
yeah,
might be.
They got to overcome that first year coach
Yeah.
deal. But like
Yeah, especially because
the Falcons were in
Um,
the Super Bowl, I think
I-
like their first or second year.
I
with,
totally forgot the Bengals
Dan
too,
Quinn.
dude. The Bengals are so fly.
But they went to the Super Bowl not because of Dan Quinn, but because of Kyle Shanahan.
Facts.
All right, so who's your kind of sleepy sneaker pick?
Dude, the new leader of this team has been not only just disgusted, but disgusted in his own city. And it was time for him to move up and upgrade. I'm rooting for Matt Ryan and the Colts.
Hey, let's go.
Matt Ryan has always been just ripped on, and he is actually a legit good player. Matt Ryan would like go, not the best stat line, 15 for 25, and people would be like, oh, Matt Ryan's garbage, but he's got no O-line, he's got no run game, he's just got like 5 blitzers coming at him every play. He's got Julio Jones being double covered. Like he's never really had a legit setup. Kyle Shanahan was great at like finagling the system and making it really good for him. But now he's going to have Jonathan Taylor, a legit O-line. I mean, not the best receiving core, but like not bad. I think, and like a
How
good
old is he?
defense.
Like 36 or something?
I don't know. I mean, he's still got some juice in him. He's not totally done. He's got a year. I mean, this is the year. He's
How many wins did you guys get with Philip Rivers?
I think we went 13. I think we went like 11-5 with Philip Rivers, and
So
we
Matt
almost
Ryan's
beat- we almost beat-
37.
We almost beat the Bills with Philip Rivers.
Matt Ryan is 37. I don't know. I'm a Matt Ryan fan. I
So
think I'm not gonna say he's like amazing or anything, but he's definitely a good quarterback. All right. If you want to say he's above average, sure. But
Yeah.
the Colts
I'm
are.
gonna say
I'm
he's
not saying
bad
he's
or
top 5, but
bullshit.
people just rip on him. They're like,
Nah.
Matt Ryan's garbage. He's not garbage. We won the MVP one year. Like you don't win. the MVP
There are a
trash.
ton of teams out there that wish they had a Matt Ryan for a brief moment in time for sure.
Facts.
The Colts are a great sleeper pick because one, the division is bad, and I think there's
Definitely.
there's a very high likelihood, and if you wanted to put money on it, if you want to put money on the Colts to be the number 1 seed in the AFC, I mean, I don't think that's crazy because they have a weak division.
No, not at all.
schedule.
No, not at all.
They have
yeah.
like one of the weakest divisions. The division's garbage.
Oh, it's bad. The Jaguars will be slightly improved. The Titans will be slightly worse, and the Texans will be very awful. So, the only thing that I would say, and obviously they're your sleeper Super Bowl pick for a reason, not your favorite, but it's when you're in a playoff game, let's call it the divisional round, and it's the fourth quarter, and you need a quarterback to make a play. It's Colts Chiefs. Who's gonna make the play?
Yeah,
And
I'm
the
a
only
Colts
thing-
Chiefs matchup, and you're like, give it to Matt Ryan. Take him home.
Yeah. Well,
The only problem with
the Colts have a way better team top to bottom than the Chiefs do.
That's
The only
true.
problem with the Colts though is Matt Ryan has to play the Patriots during the regular season though. So
Oh, that's an L.
Does he? Do they have a game?
They always play. They play every
yeah,
year.
they're AFC. They have to.
It's a rivalry because they used to be in the same division, and Peyton and Tom, but that's kind of fading a little bit.
I can see the Colts winning that game.
Oh, they'll definitely win that game. The Patriots will win 7 or less games this year.
It was a 24-3 pun. Well,
The Patriots,
wasn't that right?
don't have an offensive coordinator.
Can't escape it.
Yeah.
We think the Patriots are gonna be like, I don't know, good, like kind of
gonna-
good again this year.
They
Like,
majorly regress because they don't have an offensive coordinator. They have a limited second-year quarterback, and
we think he's gonna be better over under.
he's going to be worse.
Worse.
He will
People figure him out probably more.
Yeah.
Thing to figure out. They protected him majorly last year. He lost his offensive coordinator. He doesn't have any receiving talent. They don't have an offensive coordinator. They're literally joint responsibilities between Matt Patricia, who's a defensive coordinator, and Joe Judge, who's a special teams coordinator. So who's calling the plays? Which one of those coaches can relate to him and say, this is why you need to do this on a level from like a quarterback offensive perspective? That's just not the case. So they look bad. I'm stealing this take from Colin Cowherd, okay? The next thing I'm about to say, which is the Patriots could very well fire Bill Belichick or he retires after this year.
I see like a
Wow.
step down situation if
That's
if anything
bold.
like that would happen.
Yeah, I agree with you, Rob. I feel like it'd be a mutual kind of like if they went to Bill, like, we're gonna get rid of
Because
you.
I think
I'll walk
especially
away.
because Robert Kraft and Bill Belichick are like buddies, right?
Yeah.
Or is that just really a Tom and Robert
That was
Kraft?
Tom. That was him and Tom. They like to
Then
be-
he could get fired, to be honest, if there is beef there.
Talk
Tom
about the
and
fall
But
from grace,
out of
though.
respect,
That's like
I
3
mean,
years.
out of respect, I think anyone, like even as fans, we just want to see the step down kind of thing. We don't want to be like,
I
see him
agree.
get, like fired and shit.
He's like a Coach K level of like. He's got that aura around him where he's like just kind of
A
elevated.
lot of
like,
people would
they
say
wouldn't
Coach K
fire
is
Coach K.
overrated.
I mean, we could talk about that too, but like Coach K like stepped down. They weren't like, all right,
Yeah,
Coach K,
no,
like,
he's iconic.
get out of here.
I
You
don't
know,
think- I think you could make a better argument that Bill Belichick is overrated versus Coach K.
I've always been on the Tom Brady over Belichick wave. For
yeah.
sure.
Look at the last couple of years. Tom Brady got a ring.
Even
Bill
so,
Belichick
like
might
I
get
mean, like
fired.
you drop the plays, but the players got to play. Okay,
Yeah.
like
I think if you draw it up this way, it's like, yeah, Bill Belichick and Tom Brady, obviously, and Robert Kraft too. I mean, perfect setup for them to be the most successful dynasty in all of football. But
totally perfect
but if
situation.
you look at who is like, I was going somewhere with this.
Who is the most value out of the 3? I would say Tom Brady.
I agree.
Well, I mean, I don't think the owner counts really, right? Like, I mean, he owns the
Yeah,
team,
not really. Hey man, he just likes getting his little hand jobs in massage parlors. That's what he's putting in for
but
the team.
Deshaun,
No,
Dude, he was doing that before Deshaun did it. He got caught in Florida doing that. That was
Wait,
like
who?
The Robert Kraft.
oh,
Yeah, dude, he got recorded getting a
Oh, I
little,
remember- yeah,
a little
yeah,
handy
yeah.
in a massage
Yeah.
parlor, and he like somehow found some loophole in the law that was like, you can't record me without my consent, so you got it thrown out. But he like pretty much admitted to getting like a little handy after this massage.
Rendell style.
Man, that man's at sea. Don't do to him. He's gonna see this 3 months from now. He's gonna be like, "Nani?"
But yeah, I mean, I just think the Patriots, they just don't have anything that. Well, I mean, what are they going to be? They didn't even re-sign J.C. Jackson, one of their best defensive players. I mean, the dude has one of the most. He has like the most interceptions in the league in the past like 2 years, something like that. So, they just, if there's something that they were always good at, it was personnel, and then obviously
Yeah,
their
for sure.
coaches. But now they look really bad at personnel. Like I can't
Mhm.
say that there's a position on their team or field that I feel like they're elite at. Their offensive line's always pretty good, but I mean, you got to have a quarterback point blank, and you got at these days you got to have a quarterback that has the potential to be explosive and play on the highest level as everyone else.
Yeah, that's definitely trending that way.
Whether they can do it every week, I don't know if that's the case, right? Like perfect example is Malik Willis, right? The guy out of Liberty. It's like you can't
Oh yeah,
draft now based on like what they've done. It all is all based on what they can do, right?
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that shit.
That's-
Like, what is it? The Trey Lance stuff, kind of ridiculous. You played like what, half a game?
Okay, but you gotta
That's
have
what like Josh Allen was. Josh Allen was like super rusty, not rusty, but like not well formed, and now he's like a beast because like he just was like coming out and he was a freak athlete.
Yeah, but do you want to like, are we gonna look at more as that's how it should be, or Josh Allen is just like, 1 in a million type of vibe?
I think like if you want to win Super Bowls, your best chance is to like risk it to get like
Just
the highest.
shot in the dark,
like-
I guess.
You got to risk it. Like hope you get a
Same.
Patrick Mahomes, a Josh Allen.
But then
or
you have those storied franchises like, I guess the Browns, but I mean they're a lot better now, or Jacksonville, who always get the shots in the dark and they never land.
yeah, they can't
Like, I
develop,
mean,
that's
look,
my
before
thought.
Baker changed the culture, all right, the Browns had a different quarterback like every year,
Yeah,
right?
dude.
Right? And
Yeah,
it
they
was,
did.
and they were bad. It's not like the Colts who had like a different quarterback every year and we're still kind of good. So like some
What do you
people
guys
just
think about Tua?
can't
You think
hit.
Tua's going to develop this year into a legit quarterback with Tyreek Hill?
I
with him?
mean, I don't know if I wonder if Tyreek's just gassing him up for no reason, or
I
I
don't
don't know.
I don't trust in that coach, honestly. Everything that
Brian
he-
Flores still, right? Yeah.
No, he got fired. It's that quarterback
Oh,
from San Francisco that's biracial.
Yeah, that was a weird.
oh yeah,
hire.
the logic guy. Yeah,
I
yeah,
haven't
yeah.
heard.
When you sit down with somebody and they're like,
I'd never heard of the guy until he got hired.
He's actually really funny. I watched a video of him. He actually looks really cool. I think he's like 35 or something. He's really young.
Yeah, I guess they're trying to hire like a young like Kyle Shanahan.
Yeah, a lot of
You
teams.
know, like
are
the
doing
Rams
that.
coach, like a young, whiz kid. But I think that team's success all depends on Tua and if he can if he's
For
throwing
sure.
bricks or if he can actually like work in the system. But I think
Sure.
I could put them in as a wild card team, like a little 7 seed, slip them in there.
I think I see him as a wild card team.
Yeah.
The thing with Tua is, he's small, he's not a great athlete, and he doesn't have a big arm. So it's really just comes down to, does he have protection and is he able to be accurate enough and not make mistakes, right?
Mm.
But you want the goal, I guess, is to fix the lack of big playability for him with Tyreek Hill. But I mean, can Tua bomb the ball down the field like Patrick Mahomes can? No. But at the end of the day, you get Tyreek Hill the ball with the 2-yard gain, he can turn it into a fucking 80-yard touchdown like that. So, and plus, I think they have some pretty good running backs now. I think they got Chase Edmonds in there now. Another guy. They got a couple good receivers. Devontae Parker's still there. They still got
That's a good
Gesicki.
core. Yeah.
Their defense, I think their defense will take a step back. It was always really good with Flores because Flores is awesome. And I feel like their players played at a level above their talent. But now I feel like with Flores gone, I feel like that defense will take a step back. So they're going to be a bit of a flip-flop now. They'll be more of a point scorer than a defensive team. So I think Tua takes a step forward. And to answer your question, do I think that,
Does he stay healthy though? Even if he does take a step forward.
And Tyreek
That's the
Hill,
next
like
big question mark.
if one of them goes down, it kind of really hampers the other.
I agree. So I agree with you, Alan. I think they make it to the playoffs. I'd say Patriots will be bad in that division. The MILF man, Zach Wilson is hurt. So
Yeah, his
he's getting an
meniscus
MRI.
thing. So I mean,
We'll do some live searching.
depending on how his meniscus is, if it needs to be repaired or if he's like a Joel Embiid type of guy and he just plays on it, is to be determined still, I think.
I think I read something. Yeah, 2 to 4 week injury, so he should be able to start by week 1,
Oh, so they're
unless
not
like it really lingers.
2 to
But
4 a week.
I mean,
So they're either shaving it or they're not gonna do surgery at all. So
I think they're doing some kind of corrective surgery.
then they're just gonna shave it. They're gonna do
Yeah,
what they
he
did
had
to
surgery
me.
scheduled for Tuesday.
Yeah. So that's just orthoscopic and they just like clean you up.
yeah, you're down for like a weekend.
That's a bad sign for him, though, being a second-year player and having an injury in the same knee twice.
A meniscus is a little different because
Meniscus is the fluid in between your joints for compression and stuff like that. It's not like a ligament or anything like that.
Oh,
Well,
weird. All right.
So
so
More you know.
so basically like your 2 bones in your knee are like this and your meniscus in between it. And as an athlete, like the amount of wear and tear on that is crazy. So for that to tear is not like anything of, real structural damage like an ACL or an
Yeah,
MCL
yeah.
or anything like
it's
that.
just
It's not
so
structural, it's more cushion. So it's like, when he's 40, and same for me, he's going to need a knee replacement. So it's just
Yeah.
it's about preventing bone on bone. It's not anything that when he comes back, it'll really affect like cutting ability and athleticism and stuff like that.
So Max's meniscus tear was way worse than mine. Mine really wasn't like a huge tear, but it's just more annoying. It's just more it's like more of an annoyance. Like I didn't get my surgery for like 4 or 5 months, and I was fine. Like I could work out and squat and play like intramural baseball or whatever, but it was just annoying. Like it's like a constant like scratching at the door type of thing.
Yeah.
So I think
And then the
I think he comes back. I think he'll take the next step because I think he's a good player. And honestly, I think the Jets have had a really good draft, and I think that they do have the right coach. I think they got good players. They're still just not, elite anywhere yet, and they're young.
Yeah.
So I mean, it'll be Bills, Dolphins, Jets. I think the Jets. The Patriots are Bill. I'm gonna go with Patriots then Jets, but
I'm doing
Yeah.
that same exact tier.
I think
Bills,
they'll hate
Dolphins.
each other.
But
Pats,
the
Jets.
last thing on the meniscus is the reason why there's such that like diversity with the injury is the reason why Joel Embiid was playing on a meniscus the entire playoffs, because it just doesn't hurt some people that much, or it's not that big of a thing, but it will have to be like they'll have to do something later with it.
Yeah, dude, that knee replacement's got to be so different than every other knee replacement because his knee's got to be just ginormous.
Dude.
Like the
Well,
actual
yeah.
Compartments they put in and stuff, which got to be
Dude, he's a
different.
dog.
Special order.
Transition.
Even though basketball sucks, Joel Embiid is sick.
He is sick.
I can't believe he like it's funny, but he bullied the shit out of Ben Simmons, dude. Like I feel like
He
super
hated him by
bad.
the end of it.
The beginning, dude. They never had a relationship.
I love the memes with Ben Simmons and shit where it's like the war on working and shit like Ben Simmons war on work.
Yeah, did you see he like left the GM on the Nets when they were in the playoffs? Like, hey, man, you gonna come play? He's just left the GM.
I didn't know that. How do you get that? Who leaks that?
don't
Like
know.
what?
It was like a week or two on ESPN. It was like game 4, I think against the Celtics. And they're like, hey, Ben, you gonna play this week or like play today? Just left the GM. Didn't say anything.
Dude like that, like, does he
He's
have
a
friends?
beta, dude.
Like,
He's a beta.
Does he have what?
does he have friends? Like, I mean, come on.
It's the Kardashian curse, dude. Affected. He got it bad. He got it mentally too, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want the Kardashian curse. You want the Jenner boost, dude. That's why Devin Booker's been balling.
Yeah.
I saw TikTok like a whole like tour of Devin Booker's house. It was really cool house, but like everything in his house he was talking about was all about like this is about like being a group space for like me and my teammates and stuff. So like, that I mean I guess we'll transition NBA a little bit, even though like we kind of don't really like NBA, but whatever. I mean, I just don't understand how the Suns don't get it done. It's crazy. They just choke.
I think
They were so close.
I
against
think
the
a lot
Bucks.
of it has to like, even though Devin Booker's balling, he hasn't. I don't know. He's definitely crumbled a lot in some situations in the playoffs. Like I think the fact that he struggles really hard with double teams is real. Like you can just watch it. Like he does not do well with double teams.
Is he the guy that when I saw
And the practice, yeah. That was him. That was him. Where they double teamed him, and he was like, "Nah, we ain't doing that, guys. We're not
Like-
doing that."
working on our game? Oh,
Hey, bro, we not doubling an open gym, bro.
Yeah, see, it's like a real thing. And then, but also you hate it because you want CP3 to get a ship.
He's
a
done
chip.
now. He's not. I mean, the Bucks series was his chance. They were up 2-0.
I don't know. He's had a
Like,
resurgence.
they had
I
all the
mean,
parts
hey.
they needed.
hey, we're up 2-0. Job's not done yet.
Yeah, you should have gotten that memo to Chris Paul. But yeah, I think they had all the parts, but I don't know. I think Chris Paul's getting too old now.
I think Chris
the only No, you can go.
Middleton got hurt last year in the playoffs. I think the Bucks probably win it again.
That's a solid pick. I mean, I only get enjoyment out of watching LeBron not succeed in the NBA now. So That's all I get my enjoyment is seeing the Lakers not make the playoffs again.
Honestly, I'm gonna go in the opposite direction, and I'm gonna say, I wish that they would be good because it's so annoying to hear.
When LeBron's bad, it's
There's that, but it's also just so annoying that they're on national TV all the time and people talk about them all the time, and they're fucking awful. I'm like, which it's like
yeah,
who
it's
talks about
annoying.
bad teams, but because it's LeBron and because the Lakers.
Yeah, they didn't. I mean, even when Lakers are biggest brand and one of the biggest brands in basketball, obviously, they barely talked to them when they were bad. Like it was just more about how bad they are. But now it's double dipping. What was I
Bad
gonna say?
teams.
All right,
Bad
all right,
team though.
all right.
Take this
Get a
out.
load of this though. Get a load of this. What do we? When LeBron retires, all right, can, how bad do you think he's gonna try and stay relevant? Like
Ooh,
I can see it. He's gonna try so hard to stay relevant.
He's just gonna
Like and,
gas up his
and there
kids.
he's
He's
gonna
gonna
be.
be at every
I'm gonna
NBA
see
game for
so
his
many like.
kids.
I'm gonna see so many dumbass LeBron quotes on ESPN or whatever about him working on his new era or some. I don't even know, dude.
Rob, I'll hit you with a
Cooking.
prediction right now. This August 14th, he's gonna when Bronny goes to the NBA, he's gonna be like, "There's a new king in town," and like have a meme of, like him like taking off his crown and giving it to his son, and he's just gonna
Honestly,
gas up his kids every game, be at the games, be like
well, I
hyping
would.
them up.
I don't honestly. I don't know much about Bronny because I hear conflicting things. I know. I think he's like. I don't know. I don't really think he's playing that well right now, to be honest. Like, obviously he's good and has talent, but to get to the NBA, you got to be like crazy, crazy good. So
Yeah,
I don't know. A part of me feels like LeBron's kind of like willing his son into the NBA when he might not be that great.
I've heard
yeah.
that their
He
son
sells
is gonna
tickets.
be really good, even better than Bronny. That's what I've heard.
What, Bryce?
Yeah,
That's
he's
what I've heard too. That's what I've heard too.
shot up. So
Yeah, I've heard he's better too.
Either way, if like their kids are like on the fence of like being good or not, the ownership of teams will like be like, all right, if I add this guy, even if he's like a 12th guy, I'm gonna
He's
have
gonna
so
play with
many
the
more
Suns,
tickets.
so
Yeah, like I have a chance
yeah.
LeBron coming to my team. Like there's so many like benefits of signing him versus like having him, not be in the NBA at all.
let's see how old Bronny is.
He's like 17 or is he 16? He's not 16.
17. So
Yeah.
he's got what, like another year before he goes to college. Then he plays.
He's definitely going to college. There's no way he doesn't. I feel like LeBron wants him to definitely go to college.
What, for a year?
Yeah.
At least I guess. I don't know.
Unless he wants to do like the whole,
Wait, basketball you still have to go to college, right?
It's
You
just
You have
for a
to.
year.
Yeah. I mean you have to go anyways. I mean, I don't anticipate him staying. I mean, if he has a really good year or he has a good enough year, I don't anticipate him staying longer than 1 year, but I don't know. I feel like education is probably really important in LeBron's family.
Well, education can't be that important if he's going to leave after a year.
And he has the
Well,
money
that's
to
what I
like
mean.
go
That's
to
why
any
I don't know. That's
school
what I'm just
whenever,
thinking. I'm
anyways.
just thinking.
It's not a
But
situation where it's like, oh, I don't have the money to like go to college. I need the scholarship. Like LeBron can pay for him to go to college anytime he wants.
but
If the
also,
NBA
it's
doesn't
so
pan out.
it's so bullshit in NBA. They do it with the one and done because there's no incentive to stay. All right, like yeah, you have your education, but like you just go get your bag in the NBA.
Yeah.
Like get your guaranteed bag, and if you like aren't good, you become a G League guy. Then you can go back to college, and you have a signing bonus of like $1 million or whatever already. So there's just no reason to stay, even though it makes college more fun, 1,000%. It makes college basketball way more fun.
Well,
And then obviously it's better for the kid just to be educated.
college basketball suffers a lot from the one and done thing.
hmm
It turns college basketball into a 2 week event, which is the tournament.
Yep.
You don't really
it's
care
so
about the
fire.
team. You don't meet any players. You're not invested, and
Yeah.
the players in the program aren't building anything together. It's just, it suffers a lot. Like the best college basketball was like 7 to 10 years ago when the Big Ten had like 5 to 6 teams in the top 10, and they were all chock full of seniors. And I mean, it was just every week there was a top 10 matchup, and you knew the players, whether it was Trey Burke, Victor Oladipo, guys like that. So I don't like the one and done,
Yeah.
but
I know, I
at the
hate
end of
it.
the day, you can't really compare. If you're going to compare the three leagues, basketball, which one requires the least amount of physical maturation to compete with grown men? It would be basketball is the least. Baseball requires the minor leagues because of the level of skill difference.
No, the minor leagues are so important in
Of course.
baseball.
Of course. And then football, college football is the greatest minor league in professional sports because you have to be there a long time. And the difference, I mean, you could not be a 5-star freak athlete, 18-year-old high school football player.
How many years?
How many
years do you have to be a college? Is it
You have
2?
to be at least through your junior year.
Why can't they just do it in basketball? I just don't get it.
Well, because basketball is different. I mean, if you can ball as an 18-year-old, you can ball against a 29-year-old. I mean, it just kind of is what it is. Football is different.
You gotta still grow. You gotta like put mass on.
Baseball's just got it the best in that sense because obviously you have your 18-year-olds getting drafted or the 16-year-old Puerto Ricans or whatever getting drafted, but overwhelmingly majority of people go to college still and they stay there a long time because for baseball it takes such a long time to really develop, right? Obviously they're the people like Acuna, whatever, who get signed at 16 are just uberly talented from the get-go and they're just raw. But most people will play 3-4 years in college or whatever, and it's super beneficial.
Well, so skill-driven.
Speaking of, I got my insider source, aka my dad, texted me earlier this week about a player on the Marlins who's a Wright State guy. So I'm keeping my eyes on Peyton Burdick, Wright State alum.
Yeah,
you're new Marlins man right here.
Marlins
man.
So Peyton Burdick, I went to the game against the Cubs at Wrigley last Saturday, and we were out in the bleachers, and people were yelling and heck. What position does he play?
I have no idea.
I think he plays. But people were heckling the shit out of him and
left field
and like Bell Day or somebody else on their team. So it's like I recognize that name that you said that because I recognize it from the game when they played him. Everybody was talking bad shit to him.
Nice.
He was his own. He was like, "I'm a Raider, man. I don't fuck with that. I'm not worried about all that.
I'm from Dayton, Ohio, man. Can't mess with me.
Liars, baby.
I'm built different.
I'm built different, exactly."
Oh, let's shift very quickly to a movie-related topic. Uncharted movies sucked.
Oh, I need to watch that. I forgot.
Dude,
Yo, Bullet Train,
game, right? That's what the
Bullet
game's
Train,
based off of?
Bullet Train. I don't know where the hate's coming from. I really don't. Am I gonna say it's an amazing movie? Anything like that? No, not really. But the vibe I got from the trailer that we were all like, "Oh, this is gonna be sick." I got that in the movie. It was super quirky. It was fun to watch. I really enjoyed it.
Looked fun and action-packed, and if you're expecting to watch it and see an Oscar-winning movie, then you're an idiot.
The jokes, I'm not gonna say they were laugh out loud funny or anything like that, but they were so just different where I didn't sit there and I was like dying laughing, but I just like loved it. Right? Like I was like there's a running gag about this guy and his fascination with Thomas the Train, right? And all the characters. He goes around calling all the characters based off Thomas the Train characters. He's like, "Oh, you're a Diesel," like saying he's like a bad person or whatever. And I'm not like, "LOL, that's so funny," but I'm just like, I don't know, I just enjoy it. It's fucking, it's just, I don't know, it's just nice.
Uncharted. Cool. Every joke was like an MCU quip on steroids.
Disney, bro. Disney's a cancer.
And bad. Like
corporate cancer.
I gotta be honest. Uncharted might be one of the
Actually,
worst.
Not even Disney, it's Sony, but more Disney slander on the way soon, probably.
One of the worst movies I've ever seen, and it had Mark.
I mean, I don't really care. I played the games. I love the games. I'm more in it for like the little Easter eggs and shit, where I can be like that Leonardo DiCaprio meme for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I'll be like, like that's the. So I'm more like that type of vibe. But I mean, everything I saw when the movie first came out, the reviews it was a bad movie, but it was an enjoyable watch, like in terms of the action stuff. I guess you're just like, it's a bad movie, and that fact just kept you out of enjoying the rest of it, is what it seems like.
So we've got another 10-minute warning here on this bad boy.
Yeah, we've been going for over an hour. Like, it depends how long we want to go for. I'm chilling.
We could call it after these 10 minutes. I feel like we've been pretty good. Does anybody have any last statement or topic they want to discuss closing?
Watch House of the Dragon on Sunday. It's gonna be goated. I just want everyone to know before the show gets popular. Obviously, I read the book. All right, to you guys, obviously, I read the book. Disclaimer: I read the book. All right, Fire and Blood years ago. Daemon Targaryen will be one of the best characters in cinema or television. Right? He is a dog. Right? And I
Alright,
promise you, after episode 1, people will be loving this guy.
all right. So
From all the reviews I've seen
we have a
already.
confirmed dog on Damon Targaryen out of Rob. Will, let's get a
Sick,
sports-related
dude.
confirmed dog going.
The
forward.
dog alert.
Yeah, I'm
Dog alert. Boop, boop, boop.
Dog alert.
Dog alert. Dog alert.
Hold on, come back to me. I'm thinking of someone, but I gotta make sure it's the right person.
Yeah, what's your weekly person who's got that dog in them?
weekly dog alert.
The dog alert.
Weekly dog alert.
I gotta think. Dog alert. I'll take the easy dog alert pick that everyone's been talking about, and Will love this. George Pickens.
Oh
Nice,
yeah.
nice.
Targeting him
Yeah,
late round
yeah.
in fantasy this year. Targeting him late round for sure. Because Pittsburgh always develops receivers, man. They always draft them
do.
well, develop them well. He just never
Who's
popped
QB?
because of their offense and their quarterback situation. But the talent was and the injury. Talent's always there. There's no. I think he
And
got that
suspension.
He is a dog. He's got the dog in him.
Dog.
He pancaked a cornerback on like
Yeah.
a regular run play. Like he's got the dog for sure.
Yeah,
Who's QB at Steelers right now?
Mitch Trubisky, I think.
Oh yeah.
Money Mitch. Don't hate on the boy. He fucked him up.
Who's the Bears QB now? Forgot.
Justin.
Justin
Fields.
Oh, Justin Fields. Oh yeah, I
Another
forgot.
former dog.
Yeah, Marietta boy.
My pick's also gonna be a dog. I'm going to Kobe Dean. I saw a clip of him in the preseason game. He was kind of like he was supposed to be like a first round linebacker, and he slipped to the third. There was like some injury concern and other stuff, but he was like a big time faller in the draft board. And so I was interested to see how he performed. He tackled a running back by running through the fullback. It was like a
You guys
huge
see
hole.
that?
And he just ran the fullback over and tackled the running back.
Did
So
you
he's
see
got
that-
the
you guys see
dog
that
in him.
Lions guy fucking pancake? They're like their second round pick or whatever, or second pick.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah. So Will,
Hutchinson? You talking about the DN?
yeah.
Yeah, he like just
that guy.
that was against Jake Matthews, our best lineman. He's an all-pro. He's been on our team for 9 years. He's the
Also-
only guy left on our team besides Deion Jones from the Super Bowl. He's like an OG Falcon. Got work. He sucks though. I fucking hate him.
Also, people have been hyping up Jordan Davis. I've been seeing
Dude,
a lot of hype for that.
People don't realize he's like old. He's not like some like 22-year-old kid. He's like, I think he's 27.
No, I mean more than verbal hyping. Like I've seen videos of him just manhandling people.
yeah. I
Yeah,
like
beast.
I like your certified dog pick, Wallen, with the Kobe Dean, because he dropped for just weird medical reason because he wouldn't get shoulder surgery. I think he had a labrum. But I mean, he's an animal, and there's no doubt about it. So I mean, I think we got Damon Targaryen.
I don't know. Does he have the dog in him, or is he a dog? All right.
I don't know. We got Damon Targaryen. Look out for him. We got Nakobe Dean.
Gosh,
Look out for him. And then we got George Pickens. I think that's pretty good for this week in our. What did we say initially? That dog alert. Dog.
Yeah,
dog alert.
I like
Who's
that
got the
segment.
weekly
we should,
dog
We
in
should do
him?
that. We should do the weekly dog alert. We bring in the weekly dog.
Who's your- yeah. Facts.
I think this has been a good start. I feel good
I
about it.
agree.
I feel good. I know that the viewers will watch this portion and say, yeah, this was a good start.
Yeah, yeah.
This was a good
And then we'll be like, yeah, we know you thought
You know,
that.
we know-
And then-
we know that you know. Duh. Alrighty. Name and branding and visual graphics forthcoming. Inaugural pod completed. Pod or pods?
Pods, go pods, baby.
Pods.
Pods are heating up though. They're heating up.
Juan Soto.
I don't know if it's because they're playing the Nationals, but they're heating up.
There we go. Alrighty. Do we got zoners tonight? Do we got zoners?